I am now going to be doing my best to try to continue this for her because that's what we discussed that she wanted me to do.
Shannen Doherty's mom, Rosa, continuing her late daughter's legacy.
You know, my mom, the amount of inner strength that this woman has is pretty astonishing.
Rosa revealing on Shannen's podcast, Let's Be Clear, she's taking it over to carry on her memory.
I hope that we can keep the podcast going and that her legacy will be the love that she gave to everybody that she knew and the love that she gave to people that she didn't know.
It's basically if somebody wrote a memoir, I'm just doing the audio version that every week is sort of a new chapter, if you will, except we don't go on a certain timeline. It's all about the past, the present, the future, hopes and dreams. I think for me also doing the podcast right now, it seems to be very cathartic. It's like the best form of therapy you can have.
Shannen, who died last month after a battle with cancer, started the podcast nearly a year ago in hopes to help others by sharing her story.
The perspective of the podcast is that you really want, you know, this great sort of healthy balance with it of telling your whole life story, but part of that is really the cancer journey and making sure that if there's any way I can help anybody else who's going on this journey, whether it be a family member with a mom, a sister, a girlfriend, a wife, a grandmother, it doesn't really matter, or a man going through it, if they can listen in and learn something that might help them, then that also deserves equal, if not more, time on the podcast.
This podcast meant so much to Shannen because it allowed her to tell her story and tell her truth. It meant so much to me because I got to watch her do this when it was so special for her and needed. It helped her so much in everything that she was going through.
You have to have a sense of humor. You have to. Without it, it becomes very depressing and it's hard to get out of your own way. I've been thrown a lot of curveballs and ones that I never expected in a million years, and not just with my cancer battle, personal life too. So it's been really hard, but I try to joke about it. I take things very serious all at the same time, but there's only so much crying and, you know, oh, poor me that you can do before you have to pick yourself up off the ground and say, okay, I got to get on with this and I got to find a better, healthier way of dealing with it. And mine happens to be through humor.
As for how Rosa plans to continue the work Shannen started,
I am now going to be doing my best to try to continue this for her because that's what we discussed that she wanted me to do. And of course, I'm not her. I could never be her. I'm not as well spoken as she was, but I'm here for all of you, and I hope you're all here for me. She felt it very important that she take the time with people, and I think that's her legacy, that people actually, and even more so now, they're realizing what a wonderful, kind, and warm human being she was.